seated. Your Honor, the jury is all present and accounted for.
We are back on the record to see 377239, State of Maryland versus Devyn Michaels. For the record, Devyn Michaels is present with her attorney. Deputy District Attorney on behalf of the state. We both parties stipulate to the purpose of our jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state your name, Carter.
The state's next witness is crime scene analyst Nicole Miam.
I do. Thank you. Sure. Nicole Miam, Nicolemariam.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Yes, still morning. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. What is your position?
I am a crime scene analyst 2 at the Henderson Police Department.
Okay. How long have you worked in that capacity?
Total almost 15 years. I've been at Henderson for just over 9 years, and I was with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department for nearly 6 years prior to that.
And you mentioned crime scene analyst 2. What does that mean?
It's just a level. Are you the 2 specifically, or?
Yes.
It's a level. So in both Metro and Henderson, there are 3 tiers of crime scene analysts. At Henderson, they're classified as tech is the bottom, the lowest when you start out, then 1, and then 2. So I'm the top level crime scene analyst that Henderson has.
Okay. What is some of your background and training that you have done to become a crime scene analyst?
Sure. So I have 2 bachelor's degrees from University of Nevada, Las Vegas, one in criminal justice and one in psychology. Upon starting at Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department back in January of 2011, I started with a training course at an academy that was nearly 300 hours, so about 8 weeks-ish of training. Then after that, did a 12-week field training program where we're paired up with more senior crime scene analysts, and we investigate scenes with them until we progressively get to the point where we're on our own. And then in my nearly 15 years, I've taken upwards of 1,000 hours of different training ongoing throughout my career.
So the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have heard from a crime scene analyst in this case, but can you just generally go over what some of your duties are?
Sure. So we respond to crime scenes where we identify, document, collect, and preserve physical evidence. So we use ways of doing that like photography, fingerprinting, blood spatter analysis, trajectory, and then we collect the evidence and preserve it so it can be processed or tested later if need be as well.
And you also impound evidence,
Correct.
Is that correct? So the items that you do locate, you undergo an impound process.
Correct.
What is that impound process?
So we package the items in their inner packages. So depending on the item, it depends on what type of packaging we use, a paper bag, a box, depending on its shape and size. And then we put that inner package, that individual package, we label it with the item number, the DR number or the event number associated with the case, with the date of the case, and also my P number and initials, so my identifying personnel number. And then that package is placed in a larger outer package, which then is sealed with red tape. I initial it and date it, so that way it can show that the seal has not been broken, no one else has gotten in and tampered with it. And then a label goes on the outside of that bare outer package to tell you what's inside the package.
So I assume when you're collecting evidence, obviously you and members of your team are wearing gloves.
Correct.
Okay, and what's the purpose of that?
In order to prevent cross-contamination. I don't want to put my fingerprints, my DNA onto the item. Also safety for me. Some items we handle may be bloody, and I don't want to get that on myself as well. But it's in order to not cross-contaminate and leave anything behind that wasn't there naturally. So
I know you have 15 years of experience, but can you approximate about how many scenes you have documented? Are we talking hundreds?
All scenes in entirety. We do everything from burglaries up to homicide. So we don't just do major calls. I honestly don't even begin to know what that number would be.
Safe to say hundreds?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
So then, directing your attention to August 7th of 2023, were you called out to a scene?
I was.
What was the nature of the scene?
It was a search warrant reference a homicide investigation.
Okay. And was that location that you were assigned to 5510 Porcupine Rim?
Yes, it was.
What information did you have about the call?
I knew it was a homicide where the victim was located decapitated, and this residence was the house of, I believe, the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and that we would be serving a search warrant on it.
What time? And did you arrive around 6:30 that night at that Porcupine Rim residence?
Yes, 6:34 was my arrival time.
Okay. And when you arrived at the scene, were people already there?
Yes.
Who was there?
The detectives were there. We also had Sergeant Kyle Slattery. We had, I believe, 6 detectives. Detective Ozawa, Detective Pappas, Detective Lina, Detective Christopher, Detective Skinner, and Detective Redsole.
So a handful of detectives, including
Correct.
yourself, correct?
I'm not a detective, but yes.
Oh, thank you for correcting me. So you get there, and the search warrant has already been obtained, signed off by a judge, and now is ready to be executed. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And can you walk, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, sort of the process of what happened when you got there with that search warrant?
Sure. With search warrants, my job largely is photography. So I take pictures of the scene, the residence as it is. So the detectives have not yet searched anything. The photos I take in the beginning are as the scene is when I arrive. So I go through and I photograph any vehicles that would be related and the residence, all the different rooms, closets, to document the scene as it was when we arrived before anything has happened yet.
So you mentioned photographs.
Yes.
I have in my hand here hundreds of photos, specifically exhibits 235 through exhibit 441. Did you have a chance to review these items prior to testifying today?
I did.
And they're a fair and accurate depiction of the photos you took at this residence, correct?
Yes, they are.
And I believe by stipulation of the parties, the state is going to go ahead and move for the admission of these exhibits at this time.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, those exhibits will be amended pursuant to stipulation.
So you get to the residence. Did one of the detectives have anything in their possession that was documented?
Yes.
And what was that?
Detective Skinner had a black cellular phone.
And publishing, permission to publish, Your Honor, states 236. Is this that cellular phone that was with Detective Skinner when you arrived?
Yes.
Was there anything of note that you observed on this phone?
Yes, there was an area of apparent blood on the screen.
And did you ultimately collect a sample from that?
I did, yes.
And you went ahead and impounded that?
Correct.
Okay. And was it positive?
It was presumptive test positive using phenolphthalein, yes.
So can you walk us through what you do in that process of testing?
Sure. Phenolphthalein is a product we use to determine if an item, an area swabbed, is potentially blood. So it's a presumptive test, not completely definitive. There are false positives, but it is a good indicator that this is likely blood. Also, with my training and experience, the appearance of the stain, reddish brown stain, also did appear consistent with blood. And then the results of the phenolphthalein test being positive indicated it was very likely blood.
So you essentially swab the area, is that
Yes.
right?
So we take a sterile cotton swab, almost like a Q-tip, put sterile water on it, and then rub it on to the stain. So I moistened the swab, rubbed the area of blood on the phone, and then I took an extra swab to be able to test it. That way I didn't ruin the swab that we were impounding. I took 2 swabs actually that I booked impounded with the blood, and then 1 extra one to test with the phenolphthalein to presumptively determine if it was blood.
And you mentioned that you did impound those items, and that would have been under, and you would have marked them under event number 12-15229, correct?
It was the first 2 digits are 23-15229.
Okay. Right. And obviously you observed the front of the residence, is that correct?
Yes.
Showing 239. Is that the front of the residence there?
Yes.
Were there vehicles at the residence when you arrived?
Yes.
And I think we can see it here, but there is a vehicle sort of in the driveway to the left. Do you see that?
Yes.
And then there's a work truck in the front of the home.
Correct.
And then behind the work truck, kind of hard to see in this photo, but there is another vehicle parked to the right part of the driveway.
Yes.
And did the search warrant also include, states 241, a search of this work van here?
Yes.
Okay, and it was searched.
Yes.
Anything of evidentiary value found inside that vehicle?
No.
States 242, were these vehicles searched as well?
Yes.
Reflected
Well,
here.
the one on the right, the Honda Civic.
Okay, and what about the one on the left then?
The one on the left is a Nissan Armada. It was locked and it was sealed and then towed to our secured garage at the Henderson Police Department. It's our crime scene garage, and it was searched later with a different search warrant.
Anything of evidentiary value that you know of in either of these vehicles found?
I do not know about the Nissan Armada, but I do know the Honda Civic was searched on scene where I was present, and no, there was nothing of evidentiary value in the Civic.
Showing 265, what do we see here?
So to the right on the screen there is the front entry door. So that's the main entrance door into the house. And this is the front formal room. It's also connected to the formal dining room.
And sort of near the door to the right of this photo, do we see sort of a shoe rack there?
Yes.
And on that shoe rack, did you locate any black Nikes with a swoosh, white swoosh on them?
No.
Publishing 267, what is this here?
That's a different angle of that same room. So again, on the right, you see the couch, and on the left is the dining table where the family room meets up with the formal dining room area.
268, what do we see there?
That's a close-up of one of the larger seats or couches in the room, the living room.
And then I'm specifically sort of pointing towards the left of the center chair. Those items there, were those, did anyone look at those?
Yes.
And what were they?
Some types of swords.
Okay. 276, what do we see here?
That's a photograph of the kitchen in the residence.
Okay. And this kitchen was searched thoroughly, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Publishing 277, what do we see here?
That's a picture of me standing in the kitchen looking out to the dining nook and then the living room. That's a different one than the front entry, the family room. This is the living room.
And then when you were searching the kitchen, you didn't find any sort of murder weapon, anything with blood on it, anything like that, correct?
Correct.
278, what is this?
That's the master bedroom. That's on the first floor of the residence.
And then 279
It's a different angle of the same master bedroom.
and 280,
Same, just another angle of the master bedroom.
288,
That's the master bedroom looking into the attached master bathroom.
and then we have 289,
That is the master bathroom, and then the master closet is off the bathroom there.
291,
And that's one of the pictures of inside the master closet.
and then 291A.
That is the other half of the master closet.
And in the closet, anywhere in the home, were any black Nikes with a white swoosh found?
No, we did not locate any.
Publishing 295, what do we see here?
It's a picture of the laundry room.
And the laundry would have been searched, correct?
Correct.
296,
That's a linen closet, and I believe the door that goes out into the garage.
and then 297 then.
That's a close-up of the closet.
Okay. 299,
That is a picture of the garage, the three-car garage.
and this area was thoroughly searched, correct?
Yes.
No murder weapons, nothing like that found inside this garage, correct?
Correct.
307, what do we see here?
That's the second floor loft. It's like a playroom.
309,
That is a linen closet, I believe, upstairs on the second floor.
then 311,
That's one of the upstairs bedrooms. It was set up as an office area.
318,
That's a different bedroom upstairs. It was kind of a sewing storage room.
and what do we see inside this photo?
Appears to be a wedding dress or a white dress.
320,
That is the upstairs hall bathroom.
321,
That is the bathtub in that hall bathroom.
322,
That is one of the other bedrooms upstairs on the second floor.
And it looks like, sort of on the head of the bed, some stickers on there, maybe
Yes.
childlike stickers?
Yes.
326.
That is a picture of the fourth bedroom upstairs.
Looks like on the bedding, some sort of cartoon of sorts.
Yes, print, yes.
328.
Those are just photos of miscellaneous receipts that were located during the search warrant.
Do you recall where they were located?
I believe the kitchen, but I'm not 100%.
Okay. 329.
That is a picture of the dressers in the master bedroom.
Was there something located inside of one of these drawers?
Yes.
And what was that?
It was a collection of plastic bags, 6 in total, with the inner one being knotted, tied in a knot, containing a black wallet that had miscellaneous cards and also the driver's license in the name of Johnathan Willette, and then a set of keys were tied in that inner plastic Vaughn's bag, grocery bag.
So then publishing 347. Is that bag?
Yes, that's the inner, you can see the knot at the top, so that's the inner bag, and there were 5 other plastic bags around it.
344 are those extra bags that were around it?
Yes, that's the clump of all of it.
Okay. And then 348, is that the wallet and keys you mentioned?
Yes,
And then 349, the driver's license you mentioned.
correct.
And whose name is on that driver's license?
Johnathan James Willette.
Inside of the bedroom as well, states 330. What do we see here?
That's a BB gun.
And then 331.
That is the nightstand, if you're looking at the bed on the left side. And there's a Glock 19X semi-automatic firearm, 9mm, in that top drawer.
Showing you 334. Were there some writings found inside the master bedroom as well?
Yes.
And same with 335,
Yes.
336.
Yes, that's a close-up.
Okay. 337, sort of a notebook with writings, correct?
Correct.
338, another writing.
Yes.
339, another writing.
Yes.
Inside the garage, states 353. Did you locate a bag with something inside?
Yes.
And what do we see there?
So that red bag was found on top of those trash cans in the garage, and there were 2 Ring cameras, security cameras, that were located inside that red bag.
So then states 356. Is that a close-up of that red bag?
Yes.
And states 355. Are those Ring cameras you mentioned?
Yes, they are.
Showing you states 360. What do we see there?
That is the bed in the master bedroom with a blue and gray striped dress laid out on top of it.
362.
That is a receipt.
Then looking at 366, what do we have here?
That's a mini backpack purse that was located on top of the bed in the master bedroom.
And states 363, something of evidentiary value found inside that purse?
Yes.
And what was it?
A social security card in the name of Johnathan Willette.
And you found other electronics inside that bedroom as well, correct?
Yes.
There were several.
Yes.
And those would have been collected as well.
By detectives. I did not collect them. I photoed them.
And you mentioned several writings that were collected in this case, right?
They weren't collected, they were photographed.
Thank you. They were photographed. Showing you states 394. Was this located as well?
Yes.
Okay, and what do we see toward the card underneath Jonathan's social security card there?
Appears to be a business card in the name of Devyn J. Michaels as a realtor.
And again, some devices were located.
Correct.
In an abundance of time, I'm not going to go through each one of those. Members of the grand jury will have these. $413, what is that?
2 debit cards.
Showing you $414. What does that depict?
That's the upstairs hall bathroom, so that's the sink vanity area, and underneath in the cabinets was a safe.
And $415, is that just a close-up of that same safe?
Yes.
And you located items inside of the safe, correct?
Yes.
$416, what do we see inside the safe?
That's a 9mm 6-hour handgun. Looks like live ammunition as well as extra magazines, and maybe a magazine and a speed loader.
And you would have documented the backyard as well, correct?
Yes.
422, 423. And then did you take photographs of the female that was there?
I did, yes.
Okay. And publishing 424, is that the female that you photographed?
Yes.
And you knew her to be Devyn Michaels, correct?
Yes.
Publishing 425, what do we see there?
That's just the back of her.
426.
Those are close-ups of her hands.
And we see sort of a ruler here. What is that?
That's called an ABFO scale. It's just a scale to show the general size of items.
States 427. What do we see there?
That's just more of a close-up of her other hand, again with the scale.
428.
And those are the pictures of the palms of her hands.
Did you also take a picture of a male that was there?
I did, yes.
And that was Deviere Willette, correct?
Correct.
Showing 429. Is that the front picture of him?
Yes.
430.
It's his back.
431.
Those are, again, the same style pictures of his hands.
Do you notice any cuts on his hands or anything like that?
No, he had no apparent injuries.
Oh, no bruising, nothing like that,
No.
correct? 432.
And those are his palms.
Same thing, no injuries there, correct?
Correct.
When you were taking pictures of Miss Michaels, what was her demeanor like?
I honestly don't recall too much.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
No, I don't. Nothing stands out to me one way or another.
Same thing with Deviere, correct?
Correct.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Correct.
Okay. Turning your attention then to August 9th of 2023, did you assist in collecting an item back at that 2698 Paladura Drive?
Yes.
And did that include black boxers?
I believe they were gray.
Okay. But they were boxers
Yes, boxer
nonetheless,
shorts.
correct? And those were located on top of a couch, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that was inside of sort of that recessed, informal, makeshift bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. Then on August 15th of 2020, and you collected those and impounded them, correct?
Correct.
On August 15th of 2023, you then returned to the 5510 Porcupine Rim,
Yes.
correct? Okay. And you were there to collect and document some more items with a search warrant, correct?
Correct.
I believe you took photos of cleaning products that were located in cabinets, correct?
Yes.
A pair of blue cloth shorts in the first floor of the master bedroom,
Yes.
and a pink tank top in the first floor of the master bedroom.
Yes, the first
All
one. Was-
impounded.
I did not impound the cleaning products or the tank top, but I did collect and impound the blue shorts.
Under that same event number that we discussed.
Yes.
Pass the witness.
I got just one moment.
Hi.
You were shown hands of both Deviere Willette photographs and Devyn Michaels, correct?
Yes.
Were those all the photos that you took of both of these people's hands, front and back?
I don't believe so. They're, in general, those photographs. I typically take pictures of the two together, the two flipped, individual more of the left, individual more of the right.
Okay. And you were asked questions as to whether or not you saw any injuries on Mr. Willette's hands?
Correct.
In your testimony that you saw that?
Right, there were no apparent injuries that we noted.
You were not asked questions concerning Ms. Michaels' hands. Same questions. No injuries, front or back, correct?
Correct, I didn't notice any injuries to her hands either.
You testified that you arrived at the Porcupine residence, I think you said 6:34 p.m.?
6:34 p.m. was my approximate arrival time, yes.
And you generated a report in reference to the efforts that you took through the course of this investigation.
Correct.
You authored 2 reports?
For this entire,
The Porcupine residence.
for the first Porcupine Rim search warrant, 2, a main crime scene report and then an evidence impound report.
Okay. Did you author any other reports in reference to your analysis or the collection of evidence at the Porcupine residence?
There would have been a biological stain presumptive test form, which is a form we fill out regarding that phenolphthalein test, the presumptive test for the blood, that documents the lot number and the expiration of the specific phenolphthalein batch that I used, and whether or not that presumptive test came back positive or negative.
Okay. The report that you authored concerning this search on August 7th at the Porcupine residence, it's 2 pages and then a signature page, correct?
Just depending on how you print it out, but yes, that's how it printed out for me as well.
Okay, and obviously you reviewed that in preparation for your testimony.
Yes.
Because as you've testified, you have been involved in at least hundreds of crime scene analysis, documentation of such, correct?
Yes.
It's been yours. We'll go through this. Are these all the exhibits?
There's some right here too.
Okay. Are those all the exhibits that were taken at the Porcupine residence?
These
This as well?
between those two, yes. Yes, they have. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go through it. Okay. You were asked questions specifically concerning tennis shoes, correct?
Correct.
Your testimony is that you didn't photograph, didn't collect any evidence concerning tennis shoes?
That we did not locate the specific shoes she was describing.
Are these specific shoes that you've given testimony concerning, that you now say that you were looking for, is that documented in your report?
That we did not find shoes?
That you were looking for?
I don't document what we were looking for, no.
Okay, but you just gave testimony concerning what you said you found or didn't find, correct?
I gave testimony saying what I photographed and booked.
Okay. Did you have a list of things that you should be looking for? while you
No,
were
the
at that
detectives
residence?
are the ones who pretty much dictate the search. I'm there largely as a photographer, and then I collect the evidence that we locate. So the detectives are the ones that know what they're looking for.
Were there any black shoes that you located at that residence? Black tennis shoes?
Perhaps we could go through the photos and look, but nothing that I specifically photographed.
You don't recall photographing a shoe holder near the front door?
I do, but I don't want to testify officially without examining the photograph that there were black tennis shoes on there, because that was not something that I specifically documented.
Do you recall specifically capturing a photo of black tennis shoes in a closet?
Again, no, I took overall pictures of the closet, and then I photographed the items the detectives locate and deem of note. I then photographed those more closely.
It's your testimony that you reviewed, and I believe it was the first exhibit under this pile that was published to the jury concerning a work van, correct?
Yes, there was a Nissan cargo van parked out front.
And you testified that there was nothing of evidentiary value contained within that van, correct?
Correct.
Did you photograph the contents of the van?
I did.
Power tools in the van?
I'm not sure we can look at the photographs, but I just took overall pictures of the inside of the van.
Any saws found in that van?
Again, I'm not sure.
But nonetheless, it's your testimony that there's nothing in the van that was of evidentiary value.
Correct.
You were shown pictures of 3 samurai swords.
I believe there's 3, but yes, of swords.
Did you pull out the swords?
Yes, the detectives did.
Did you photograph the blades?
I'm not sure if the blades were photographed or not, but if there was anything like blood or any type of item of note on there, we would have photographed it.
Were these samurai swords wiped for anything of evidentiary use? DNA testing, fingerprint testing, anything like that?
Were they swabbed? Is that what you're
Correct.
asking?
Yes.
No.
Now, you were aware that this case involved a decapitation, correct?
Yes.
Are you aware of the manner or means in which this decapitation may have occurred, or how?
No.
But nonetheless, you're going through this investigation, making determinations what's of evidentiary value or no, correct?
Correct.
Fair to say that you, as you sit here today, and it'll be borne out in the photographs, you don't recall photographing the actual swords other than they're on the ground, correct?
I have a more close-up photo of them. I don't know if I photographed them unsheathed.
Okay, but it's clear you didn't collect anything from them
Correct.
for further submission.
Correct.
You don't recall photographing a sawzall or a saw in that work van, correct?
Correct.
Or submitting anything for any secondary tests, correct?
Not from anything in the van. Correct.
You make reference to some soft scrub bleach located in the laundry room of this Porcupine residence, correct?
Yes.
And you felt that was of evidentiary value?
The detectives told me to specifically photograph this bottle of bleach.
Soft scrub, that's a fairly common household item, is it not?
I can't testify to I don't have it at my house, but it's a,
Soft scrub, I mean, you've heard of it, you know of it, correct?
I don't know that I've well versed on brands of bleach, but I was not shocked by seeing the brand.
Common occurrence. I
guess.
mean, fair to say these hundreds of crime scenes, I mean, people have soft scrub at their house, correct?
Like I said, I can't testify to who has it, but I'm sure people possess soft scrub bleach, yes.
What do you use?
I have Clorox bleach, or the Walmart brand.
Okay.
But I just have liquid bleach.
Fair to say no blood, anything indicative of blood contained within the house, correct?
Just on the cellular phone that was in possession of Detective Skinner.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, that's all we saw.
In reviewing the Armada, did you take pictures of that?
Just on the exterior, because it was locked, and we did, like I said, sealed it and then towed it to the crime scene garage, where it was then processed by a different crime scene analyst at a later date.
Okay, so you're unaware of any results or the lack thereof of any blood or anything of that?
Correct. I don't know what was inside the Armada.
Through your review of the house, you found no signs of blood on any clothing or anything else for that matter,
Correct.
Nothing found in any trash cans of that nature,
Correct.
I'd like to have the court's indulgence just for a moment. I don't have any more questions as witness. Thank you very much.
Nothing for the speaker.
Okay, so your responsibility is excused.
Thank you.
Very much for your testimony here today. State, you may call your next witness.
Dr. Stephanie Yagi.
And counsel approach while she's coming in.